Welcome to this third SoccerStato tutorial, and today I'm going to look at a very basic introduction at first to systems. We've got a system tab up on the top of the menu there. We can make systems very complicated. We can add Excel filters and pretty much display anything that we want to display. But that's a bit more advanced, and we will show Excel filters and things in a later video. What I'm going to show you today is just setting up a simple basic system so that SoccerStato does the same thing for you every day, every coupon, without you having to go through the 3 or 4 processes. If you want just to see the same leagues, same markets, same statistics every day, we can set SoccerStato to do that for you literally in a few seconds with a click of a mouse by getting the system set up in advance. So if you know you're going to be doing the same thing every day, most of what I do is the same thing every day, it's set up as a system. It just saves you that loading the coupon, loading the statistics, filtering out countries and leagues. By setting a system, it does it all in one go for you, so you literally press a button, the software runs, and everything you want to see that's relevant to what you want to do will appear on the screen for you. As I say, we can then add in Excel filters to dig deeper into those systems and display nuts and bolts of what you actually want to bet on. And that's something that we will set up for people who take out a license going forward. We'll set that up for you and discuss that with you, what you want, and we'll help you get what you want on the SoccerStato software if it's something that you struggle with at the moment. But that's further down the line. At the moment, I want to give you a basic introduction into how to set a system up and how you could use it just to filter a coupon very simply and very quickly each day to show what you want to see. So I click on the system button at the top there, and it gives me 3 menus, 3 menu items, and I'm going to click manage systems. If you've got existing systems, they'll be at the top in a drop down box as I have. Here we're going to make a new system, so I'm going to call this test system tutorial, and now you'll see the create buttons highlighted, so I can click that and it opens a window and it's asking me, right, you want to create a system, Ian, how do you want to create this, what do you want to put in it? So at the top it's asking me, do I want to be able to create pages for my system, countries and leagues, do I want to see statistics in it? Yes, I do. Then it's asking me, what do I want to process? Right, I want to process, I'll restore deleted events, I'll remove all missing statistic events, I do want to filter countries and leagues, I do want to load the statistics, I do want to load the market prices. I'm not going to click the Excel filters because I haven't got any for this system, but if you were running Excel filters you would highlight that and it would run that process for you. Again, as I'll keep saying, that's for another video later in this series. So that's the general tab, so I've pretty much highlighted everything there. I'll make sure at the top I've got everything highlighted bar the Excel filters. The next tab is countries and leagues. Now before, when we were looking, I had to go in and filter countries and leagues. I can set this just once, so it may take a little bit of time the first time. I'm going to choose Argentina, Belgium, but what will happen as I choose these are where my system will save these and focus, and I don't need to do it every day. Once I've done it once and I've taken that bit of time to set it up, and I'll give you an example later of how I use this in particular, then it's all set for me. So I've chosen a few random leagues there that may have games on, may not. Today I don't know, and that's it. So I just would work through my list. As you can see, every country's covered. You work through where you want to bet, and it's fully editable. If you pick leagues and you find that there's no money in the markets in those leagues that you've selected, you can come in, edit it, and just uncheck them and it won't include them anymore. Conversely, if you wanted to add other leagues, you think, oh, I've got a good system, it's working well, I want to see if it works somewhere else, come in, check a few leagues, and those games will appear for you each day. What statistics do I want? We've got all our usual info, the home team, away team, date, time. What statistics do I want to look at? Everything's on here for me. Under overs, double results, home team. Again, we can put Excel values specific to what you want to do. and that's something that again for a later video. Let's stick with the theme of the video that we used in the second of this series. We'll stick with the video that I chose, which was the over 2.5 goals. So let's find over 2.5 goals, and I'm going to go with the over 2.5 goal percentage. So I select that, highlight it, keep my mouse down, and I drag it over to the right hand side from left to right. You can see all the stats are in here. Everything that we've got in SoccerStato is listed in here. So it just took me a little while to find that one. Let's add another one. Let's add the goal after minutes, because I like late goals. So we'll go the combined goal after minutes percentage. Remember, I've got 70 minutes set in my settings button up here. You can set it what you like. So I'm going to look at those two statistics. Do I want to see any markets? So rather than having a load markets, do I want it just to load them automatically for me? Well, why not? Let's have a look. We'll have the over 2.5, under 2.5 goal market. So I highlight that, click add. It moves over to this right hand side. It's there for me. SoccerStato then asks me, how do you want to see this information? And I just go, yes, I do want the date, and I add it. The time, I'll add it. Competition, I'll add it. Event name, I'll add. Home team, I'll add. Away team, I'll add. Yes, I'd like to see my statistics in the window, both sets. What odds do I want to see? I'm not going to be interested in under 2.5, so let's have a look at over 2.5 backing and over 2.5 laying. There, so I'm in that situation there. And what I've got, that's how it's going to display. If I wanted to move one up above the other, then I would move it up and down using the buttons there, and that's how my columns are going to read across the screen as I've got them there. The triggers aren't set up on this for the moment, and export, very useful. I'm going to click the half time and the full time for the results service. I use the results service because I keep records. I don't need to go and look up results and fill them in on my spreadsheets. SoccerStato does it all for me, and again I will show you that in another video when we do exporting and show you exactly how the results service works. Again, it's a time saver for people who follow football and keep good records. So I've got everything there set up in my system now. General, countries, league statistics, markets, layout, triggers we didn't need to worry about, and I want the results columns. And I just click OK and click OK again, and I've got my system set up. Now I've got nothing to apply it to at the moment, so what I'll do, I'll load a coupon. It's Thursday today, so there's not a lot of football, so I'm going to fly forward and load that up for tomorrow, Friday's games, when I know there's some football on. So I've selected the 6th, I click OK, and this will load all the games again for Friday off the Betfair coupon. So all Friday's games are there. I'll leave it at all events for the moment. As you know, we can change that to in play if we want to, but I'll leave everything up there. Now, if from the first couple of videos you'd know I would normally go over and load statistics and then I can apply my filters. What I've got now, I've built a system. So all I can simply do is click filter, process system, the 4th one down. In this box now, drop down menu, the system I just created, test system tutorial. It's asking me what to do. It's going to run all these things. Do I want to run the country league? Do I want to load the statistics? Do I want to load the markets? Yes, I do. I click OK, and off it goes, and it does all that for me. So now I don't have any other buttons to press. One click of the button, I've got all the games in that league, the leagues I'm interested in. I've got the kickoff times, I've got the date, and then I've got the percentages and the stats and the prices that I wanted to see. If I click on a game, the stats have loaded automatically. I'm not going to load it. It's all there for me. So everything I need now is sitting there in one screen that I've saved that I want to do. Now, if you've got multiple systems, what you can do, so these are the games I want to be interested in. I can do a couple of things here. One, if you remember yesterday from video 2, I had the percentage for over 2.5 at 115%. Going forward, I can write an Excel filter so that it only shows me those games. Again, we'll cover that in a later video. But for now, I can go filter, quick filter. It's still set up for me because that's the filter I used in tutorial 2. I'm going to run that. Click OK. Now all of a sudden, I've only got the 6 games that interest me that are over 115% in the over 2.5. I've got the goal after minutes. Betting opportunities, what would I be looking at? I might be looking at if one of these games is 1-0 late on and there's a high chance of late goals, I'll have a look at the price, and it might be I'll lay the correct score, or I'll lay the under 1.5, whatever it may be. So it's just something that I can look at. I've got the stats in front of me. If I have multiple systems, all I can do here is system new page. This is my test system tutorial. I click that, and now you can see next to my analysis tab I've got a test system tutorial page. So I've got a blank page and my analysis tab. How did I get that? System new page, and I added the test system tutorial. What I want to do is take these games, I don't want to lose them, so I highlight them all, I right click, apologies for that, I clicked the wrong button there, I highlight them, I right click, move the selected game to test system tutorial. Now when I click this page, I've got those games, they're all there saved for me. I can go back, I can reset my coupon, I could load the coupon again if I wish to. I reset the coupon there, but my games are still safe in my test system tutorial page, and I can carry on further analysis or run another system here if I wish to that would serve the purpose, and I can just build these pages up, and all I've got then is a list of things that I would be looking at for that day or that weekend, and that's exactly how I operate. I tend to operate 2 or 3 days, get all my games sorted so I know when I'm going to be involved, what I'm going to be looking at. An area where I use systems that you will have seen and I benefit from time-wise, and that alone is worth the £1 a day fee for me for SoccerStato, is those of you who get the odds sheet. On the odds sheet, I used to have to type all the games in, I used to have to type the leagues, who was playing, kick-off times. I then had to go on to Betfair, get all the prices before I could add my own prices and work out the percentages and the value between my price that I made the game and what was available on Betfair. Now I can simply run a system. So if I just close this page, I click play and close, that one's gone. I'm going to load a coupon, and I'm going to load Saturday's coupon up. So Saturday is going to be the 7th, and I click OK. Obviously being a Saturday there's quite a bit of football, so it's going to take a little while. We've got 340 odd markets, and what I do, I've got a system set up for myself now where I can look at the odd sheet games only, and I can get it all in a matter of seconds. So I hit process system. In my little box of systems I've got odd sheet, so you can see FTS odd sheet. It's going to run that process for me. I click OK, close that. Everything I need now is there. I don't need to do anything else. I've got the dates, the kick-off times, the competition, matches, all the prices. A simple export to a spreadsheet is one click of a button, and then I've got that. I can add my odds in down the right hand side, and we get the percentages. And when you see your final odds sheet, this has saved me a great deal of time in compiling it over 40-50 games a week. So it's something that for me is worth the time to be able to do that. That's set up forevermore. Every day I just click that and see if there's any odd sheet games on, and then I can go to work off that simply by exporting them to my computer. Using systems is a great way to save yourself time. It's a great way to make sure you don't miss any statistics that you're looking at. You might miss them one day if they're not set up in a system, and it's a way that you can just bring the whole process a lot more streamlined and a lot quicker, and get information in front of you that you want to see that's relevant to you in a couple of clicks. There is nothing like it. It's fantastic. We will go into more depth and show you the systems and building them with Excel filters, and you can really drill down and find some value by doing that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to showing you some more of SoccerStato in the next one.